Hello friends, welcome to your own channel Eklavya Astrology, and today I am going to talk about a very important topic, which is Saturn in the house lord. Saturn conjunction with the house lords. For example, Saturn with the first lord, Saturn with the second lord, Saturn with the third lord, Saturn with the fourth lord. It's a very important concept, and I have discussed this thing in my book Saturn and Karmalogy, which is going to launch for public in the upcoming October month. So, but I'm just giving the uh, glimpse of that technique, because Saturn is the Karma Karka in the Brihu Nandinadi, because it rules the natural 10th house, and Saturn is the dreaded malefic planet in Prashri Jyotish, because Saturn is the Karka of 6th, 8th, and 12th house. 6th, 8th, and 12th house are nothing but it shows a heavy karma, especially the Rinun Bandhan, or especially the bad karma due to which we suffer in this life. So that's why 6th, 8th, and 12th house create a lot of hindrance and lot of trouble in our life. However, there are many positive things about 6th, 8th, and 12th house, which I'm going to discuss in upcoming videos. But today I'm going to talk about the Saturn. Why Saturn is a very slow moving planet in Vedic astrology, and why the Saturn is the Karma Karka. Saturn is the Kriyaman Karma. Saturn rules the destiny as well. So Saturn, by knowing the position of the Saturn, we can conclude that what kind of karma is native going to perform, whether it is going to be good karma or bad karma. So basically, deeds are decided by the Saturn in the birth chart. So it's not like ki Saturn is deciding everything for us. No, Saturn is just symbolizing your karma. There's a huge difference between, something is ruling us or something is symbolizing our karma. There's a huge difference between that. So once you know the difference between this thing, you will understand that the planets are nothing. They are doing nothing with us. They are just representing our life, our life actions and events. So why the Saturn is the karma karka, and why Saturn is very important in our life? Because no major event is going to happen without the involvement of Saturn, especially on marriage, childbirth, foreign journey, everything which is very significant for you is not going to happen without the help of Saturn. So why it is important? For example, there are uh, rashis. Rashis are divided into Surya's half and Chandra's half. Surya's half is Sinha to, for example, from here to here, it is Surya's half, and from here to Aquarius, it is Chandra's half. Okay. So, moon and sun are our father and mother. Moon is mind and sun is the soul. And now many will ask that why you are taking reverse from Cancer sign, and why you are taking forward from Leo sign. So basically, femininity is reverse, left-handed, and masculinity is forward. This is a principle of Prakriti Chakra actually, and this thing I have explained in one of my Hindi video while I was discussing the transits of Saturn, that why Saturn is the karma karka, why there is a burden and responsibility wherever Saturn is placed in your birth chart, because the Saturn is nothing but executing the karma of soul and mind. you know so Saturn is very important, because if you count from Leo, it is ending at the sign of Capricorn. If you count from Cancer sign, it is ending in the sign of Aquarius, and both the sign are ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is very important. So let's talk about the Saturn with the first lord. Saturn with the first lord is like, as per Prashari Jyotish, Saturn is the karka of boundaries, restriction, responsibility. Saturn is very mature. Saturn is lazy and slow planet. So Saturn with the first lord indicates that the native has to take lot of responsibility in this birth. Saturn is going to influence the individuality of the native. Like Saturn with the first lord, for example, if it is Sun, you have different first lord in your birth chart. So Saturn conjunct with the first lord, and suppose the first lord is Sun, then it means that the native will have low self esteem or low confidence in early years of life. The native has to learn a lot of lessons about self improvement, individuality. Native has to do a lot of struggle in his life. The Saturn with the first lord, the native will be rise in life slowly and steadily, because this is going to be the theme of this life, and it will give him a lot of restrictions, boundaries, and responsibilities. Basically, Saturn will give him maturity at an early age. It will give this Saturn will give a lot of responsibilities at an early age. Native may be a procrastinator, like native will postpone the things, but the native constantly has a burden and responsibility in his mind, and he may be sometimes what our ascendant lord tells us in your birth chart. Ascendant lord tells us that how you are going to use your intelligence. So Saturn with the first lord indicate that the native can be very slow. Native will take time to act on something. Native can take more than native can think a lot before taking any actions. So this is the nature of the Saturn. So Saturn delays the things, and especially the native will learn a lot about your physical health. This is the lesson of the Saturn, because Saturn is the karka of 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house. So definitely it causes the obstructions and delays in the native's life, and the native may face the bad health as well. The native will work for others. For example, these kind of natives are like who works for the public and who are known as Jan Sevak. Jan Sevak means the person who works for the welfare of the people. For example, Narendra Modi has Saturn with the first lord. So in early age, he has struggled a lot in his life. Now he is enjoying the fruit of that life, that karma, and he is known as a Jan Sevak. The theme or the motto, or you can say the identity of Narendra Modi is a Jan Sevak right now. So the planet conjunct with the first lord indicates the what kind of identity is going to attach with you. So Saturn with the first lord can indicates a lot of things regarding this, what I have described earlier. For example, Saturn with the first lord, they are ready to help others. They work for the downtrodden people of the society. The Saturn with the first lord, this can be the predictions for you. You can add a lot of things. I'm just giving you the idea. The Saturn with the second lord, second house or second lord represent that there is a huge difference between the second house and the second lord. Second house is static, second house is static. Second house is static, and second lord is dynamic. Second lord is dynamic. Your second lord is moving. So second lord will decide how you are going to manage your finances, how you are going to earn the wealth, and how you are going to save your money, how you are going to invest. For example, second lord in the 12th house, the native will uh, you know uh, will not be able to save the money, because 12th house is a house of expenditure. So the native, but at the same time, the native can work in the field of accounts and finance and investment banking and all these things. Second lord in the 12th house indicates that you can earn money through foreign or 12th house related activities. Check the sign and the placement of the second lord. It will define a lot of things about your money and family. So the Saturn conjunct with the second lord, it indicates that you have to be very responsible in terms of your family, especially the kutum. Kutum doesn't mean that your mother, father, and your brother. Kutum means your grandfather, your father, your uncle, and all these people. So kutumb is a different thing than your family. So Saturn with the second lord indicates that you'll face a lot of struggle in saving the money. The initial years of life can be troublesome for you, or you can be the person who start earning at an early age. You're very responsible towards your family, and this Saturn with the second lord will separate you from your family. You have to live away from your family. And also it also indicates that you will lose a lot of money in the sixth house, eighth house, and 12th house matters, for example disease and the hospitals. The Saturn with the second lord, for example Aquarius ascendant and Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in the fourth house in the sign of Taurus. The native started taking the responsibility at an early age, and he just starting he just started earning at a very young age, because Saturn will teach you lesson to take the responsibility of the second house. It can give you the problem related to teeth, problem related to second house, mouth related disease can happen. You can be very harsh in speech or very straightforward in speech, because Saturn is afflicted actually your second lord. So your whole energy, or you are going to perform a lot of duties and karma related to second house in your birth, in your life, and that second house will define, the second lord will define your profession as well. So Saturn with the second lord indicates that you may work in the field of finance, accounts, food. For example, Saturn with the second lord. For example, Aquarius ascendant and Saturn is conjunct with the Jupiter. Here, Jupiter is the second lord. Here, Saturn is the second lord. Sorry, here Jupiter is the second lord. So, what is happening? You can see that. Let me draw something for you. Okay. Okay. For example, Aquarius ascendant and Saturn with the Jupiter. Jupiter here is the second lord. So the native will earn money through Jupiter related thing and second house related thing, that is consultation, teaching, or the person can be an astrologer as well. But person can lie a lot. The person will eat the stale food as well, and it will affect the eating habits of the native. So this is how the second lord is going to uh, you know uh, affect your money, food, and family life. Now let's take the example of Saturn with the third lord. For example, if you have Saturn conjunct with the third lord, what it indicates? It indicates that Saturn, I'm not talking about Saturn in the third house, it can be anywhere in the birth chart. A Saturn with the third lord. For example, you are Capricorn ascendant and Saturn conjunct with the Jupiter. First of all, it shows a lot of responsibility and karma towards younger siblings, younger brother. Okay. And it also shows that you have to do a lot of things, lot of responsibility towards your younger brother, but do not expect anything in return. Okay. And it also indicates that you may not have a younger brother, because Saturn is a malefic planet, and malefic planet is afflicting your third lord. The native cannot be a very bold or very courageous person, but he has to take the initiatives. The native may take some work, but but will left that work after some time. This is how the Saturn will behave with the third lord. Third house or third lord indicates that how you are going to take the initiatives. that how you are going to continue the job or the work you have provided by somebody. For example, if I it shows that there is a lack of free will. It shows that there is a lack of free will in the native, because Saturn is the karma karka. Saturn is the delay. So there can be delay in taking the initiatives, or the native will start something but eventually will left in between. The native will left in between the uh, task. The native will left the task before completing. For example, Saturn with the third lord, I have just started learning astrology, and but after some time I am getting diverted from my main subject. I am just left it, and then I'm going to take another courses, or I'm taking another work instead of finishing the first job. So this is how the Saturn with the third lord indicates in your birth. Our third house is very important in your birth chart. Third house will decide your profession as well. Saturn with the third lord indicates that there will be communication, there will be writing, there will be short travels, there will be skill of hand in your profession, because Saturn is conjunct with the third lord. So third lord will not only decide your karma, and it will teach a lot of responsibility and lessons regarding siblings, third house later matters, but definitely this conjunction is going to decide your profession as well. This is the karma you have to uh, carry uh, with you for whole life. So this is how the Saturn with the third lord indicates. Saturn with the fourth lord. Saturn with the fourth lord creates a lot of anxiety, lot of pressure in the native's life. It is also not good for mother, because mother has to act as an elder. It also gives struggle and responsibility to your mother as well. Your mother has to act as an elder in the family. She has to take the responsibility, and also it also gives some kind of disease or some kind of fear to mother as well, because Saturn is the fourth lord. You will not be successful at your work, at your hometown. You have to leave, you have to go away from your birthplace, like foreign journey, foreign travel, foreign land or something like that. But the fourth house will decide your profession as well, like you are doing something related to fourth house, like construction, engineering, uh, interior designing, public, or something related to vehicle as well, something related to mass common people, or you can be an architecture as well, or you can be a psychologist as well, because fourth house is a house of mind. So Saturn with the fourth lord is definitely going to affect your mental capabilities, your peace and happiness. These natives are not happy at all, because Saturn is continuously giving them struggle and anxiety and pressure. So this is how Saturn with the fourth lord is going to affect your life. Saturn with the fifth lord. Saturn with the fifth lord is, fifth house is a house of education. So fifth lord indicates that how you are going to perform your education, how you are going to use your brain, because fifth house is a also shows your grasping power. So Saturn with the fifth house indicates that there can be a lot of responsibility regarding child. It also creates some problem in the child, in the childbirth or after childbirth. There will be change in your professional field as well. So you have to take a lot of responsibility. You have to perform a lot of your karma related to the fifth house. It also gives you, it can give you the break in education or change in education field as well, because Saturn is sitting with the fifth lord. So Saturn sitting with the fifth lord is that you are attached to old subjects. You are interested in learning the ancient knowledge as well. Saturn with the fifth lord indicates that there is a use of lot of creativity in your profession, or you can be in the government job as well. Saturn with the fifth lord indicates that there can be major karma attached to the love life, because fifth house is a house of love, so there can be break in love and relationship. So Saturn with the fifth lord indicates uh, that, for example, you are taking interest in history, learning ancient knowledge like Ayurveda, yoga, and astrology as well. Okay, so Saturn with the fifth lord, it can be problematic. It can give you issues related to stomach as well. You may take time to execute your intelligence. You can be a slow learner as well. Okay, so Saturn with the fifth lord, Saturn with the sixth lord. Sixth house is a house of competition, enemies, disease. So Saturn with the sixth lord indicates that there can be problem from loan, disease, or enemies, and it indicates that there will be sixth house related matters which will play a very important role in your profession, like auditing, CA, doctors. Saturn with the sixth lord is not a good condition, especially if it is placed in the 8th house, 12th house, in the first house. It will definitely going to create a huge transformation, huge, it's going to create a disbalance in that house wherever they are placed in your birth chart. The Saturn in the sixth house indicates that the native has to do a lot of hard work in this life, and the native will be surrounded by disease, debt, and enemies. He will be constantly involved in that area of life, and it can reflect in his profession as well. So this is the how Saturn with the sixth lord behave in your birth chart. It also shows a very karmic relationship or a lot of responsibility towards your colleagues, towards your servants, subordinates, or towards your maternal uncle as well. So you have to learn to do lot of, to discharge lot of responsibilities towards all these significations of the sixth house, and not to expect in return. For example, you are helping your maternal uncle. You are not in a good terms with your maternal uncle, but still you have to do a lot of things for him. Saturn with the sixth lord indicates a very struggleful life, or very uh, you know it will give a lot of responsibility and burden to your maternal uncle as well. So this is how Saturn behaves with the house lords. So you can use the Saturn conjunction with the house lords for profession, to know the major responsibilities and karma. I hope I have explained uh, the Saturn with the house lords uh, for you, and you have understood my points. I have tried my best in for English viewers. I hope you will enjoy this video. Thanks for today. I will continue this series from sixth house in the next video. Thank you.